Okay, all set up. I messed up. I messed up big time. I like to have a video out every Saturday, and at
Okay,
first I was saying,
all set up.
uh-oh, I
I
should
messed
probably
up.
turn this off, right? Okay, so hey, Rain. Um, so I like to have. Hey, Reload. How's it going? Living simply. How are you? So I like to have a video out every Saturday, and at first I was saying I was going to have a video out every Saturday morning, and then it was clearly or quickly apparent that nobody wanted to watch my videos in the morning. Everybody wants to watch them in the evening. So instead of putting them out in the morning, I would put them out in the evening, and that was working out just fine. So fast forward to until today. Hey Annette, Ken, how's it going? So fast forward to today. I was all set thinking I was going to have a video up on Saturday afternoon, early evening, like I normally do. Um, Craig, Peter, how's it going? Uh, but I messed up. I messed up with the filming and all that, and I, I cannot seem to get that video edited. So, hey JR, hey Raven. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to spend all night tonight, probably trying to see if I can either re-edit that video and actually make something of it, or see if I have to actually reshoot the whole thing, refilm the whole thing from the very start. So I might have a video up Sunday, tomorrow, or I might have one up, who knows when. So that's all this is. I'm just messing around because I'm irritated and I needed to do something else other than trying to fix that mess that I made. So I thought, well, I'll make a cup of coffee, which I have, a very fine cup of coffee, and just do a live, just so I can think about something else. Oh, hey, thanks, Ken. That's nice of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, Also, oh, Reload, thanks so much. Thank you, Ken, and thank you, Reload. That's very nice. Very nice of you. I will top up on coffee in the next few days. I'm drinking a lot more coffee the last few days, so I appreciate that. Now let's see who else I've missed here. Um, Peter Mike Troy, hello. Yet another earthquake in Humboldt. I didn't hear about that. I'm not watching the news. I'm not keeping up with anything. So I hope everything's all right up there. That's not good. Otter, how's it going? And Jackie, hello. Mark, hello. Lola's here. Awesome. Hope you're doing well, Lola. Did you forget to turn the camera on one time? Is that what you're saying there, Lola? Um, Craig, nice to see you here. This living simply. This is an impromptu. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to do this, but when I was making my coffee, I just thought, might as well do a live just because YouTube wants us to. And two, I've been doing them differently than I am right now, so I just thought I would set something up and try out this setup. I'm using my phone, and then I'm reading comments on my iPad. And you know what? I don't know why this didn't occur to me before. I was doing it different. I was using my iPad and trying to read comments on my phone, and that's just silly. That's just silly. I don't know why I was doing it that way. Anyway, this is much better. Brittany, hey, how's it going? Nice of you to join. Boss man, I'm not the boss man, and you know it. But thanks for showing up, buddy. Um, I think you're the boss man, aren't you? Let's see, who else? Scraps. Nice to see you, Scraps. Been a while. Judy. Hey, Judy, you made this one. All right. And oh, yes, I am a noob. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Hey, Tina, you made it back. All right. Yes, you only know one thing about Humboldt, right? That's me too. I only know one thing about Humboldt. No, that's not true. I don't partake, but I think you already know that, Jr. Let's see. You've had a you've had a beer in your fridge for 24 hours. I hope you enjoy that. I don't drink beer anymore, but I know that they are refreshing. Unless you're in most of the country where it's cold, I think. Although I haven't kept up on weather either, not just news. So that's just a guess. But I thought somebody just gave me a recommendation for a weather channel on YouTube, and it seemed like they were talking about a big storm across most of the country. But I'm not. I need to go back and look at that. But thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. If I didn't say that already. Hey, Sean. Oh, thanks, Sean. I appreciate that. I was wondering about the audio. I've been trying to I've been trying to figure out a better way of setting up a microphone. I've got mics. I just have not been able to figure out a better way to set them up. So I'm glad that this phone is working a little bit better. So thank you for that. Hey, Recon. That's high praise, but I don't think I'm that guy. But there's a lot of people I watch that have a much more calming voice than me. But I appreciate that you think my voice is calming. And um, Fonzie from France. Cool. I am. I'm using a phone to stream, and then I'm reading comments on my iPad because my eyes are old, and it's much easier on the bigger screen. Um, Judy, I do not have any insulation, and I have a video that has a bunch of views on it. It's one of my early videos from my first 6 months or a year and living in the van. I explain all that in great detail. Uh, I do not like insulation at all. Uh, I do have cork on my roof, well, on my ceiling here, but whoa, Dave 2D. Is that the man himself? Nice to see you, buddy. Um, Yeah, I do have some cork on my roof, but that's it. I don't believe in insulation at all. I will never have insulation again because I did have this fan insulated at one time and I roasted to death. It was terrible. I'm never going to have insulation in this van ever again. Maybe a huge van, maybe a van that had lots more space, insulation would work, but in this van, oh no, I will roast and I don't like that. So no insulation for me anywhere. Cold brew coffee? No, this is not cold brew coffee. This is hot. Can you see the steam? Let me hold it under the little bit. See the steam there a little bit? Yeah. John, nice of you to make it. Hope you're doing good up there, buddy. I I don't have a mic, John. I'm going phone only, so I can't crank anything up. I need to figure that out, but this is probably as good as it gets. Oh yeah, Tina, that Ryan Holiall channel, he's let me down a few times. I'm kind of done with him. So if you like him, good, but he's been worse than any any weather report I've ever seen anywhere. So I'm done with him. He's not a channel I'm going to watch anymore. 6 inches in Michigan. Goodness. Hey, Penny. Nice to see you. Dave, don't roast me, okay? I'm off limits. Actually, I don't care. I don't really care. But you need to get on it, man. We're waiting for new videos. Um, JR, you can absolutely do a build like this yourself. That's kind of what I base my channel on. I have no skills, so you really should be able to do it if I can do it. That's what I have to say about that. But it is costly though, so that's the big thing. I've got some stuff I'd like to rebuild, but I've been holding off on it just because it always costs more than you think it will. Plus time and all that too. Up north of 60. Wow. Nice of you to drop in, man. Up North of 60 has one of the best channels on YouTube. If you don't know, you can click on his little name on the chat there and go subscribe to him. But probably everybody knows uh, your channel, Dave, because you've got a very good channel. But if you don't know, you really should be following Up North of 60. Fantastic channel. Hey there, Eli. Craig, where am I? That is the $1,000,000 question. I didn't even know where I am. I don't like to say where I am. If you want to know where I am, I post where I am in real time on Patreon. Other than that, I try to keep that down on the down low. My videos are usually 2 to 3 weeks behind wherever I am. Well, it's nice of you to. I'm glad to see that you've got a little rant coming. I'm sure it'll be great, and we'll all like it. I'm sure, but you should be editing and not hanging out here. Everybody, tell Dave to go edit so he can get some content up. We've been waiting. I must be a sage because I knew this was going to happen, Dave. I was going to message you and tell you that, but I knew that this is what was going to happen. Anyway, glad you're back. Well, there's a whole reload. There's a whole lot of reasons for it, not just security, but I think every YouTuber does the same thing. Nobody puts their location up in real time. Um, I think there's a there's a big YouTuber who you probably know, but I don't want to say his name right now, but just because I'm going to say something that maybe somebody may not like, including him. Um, he puts up his videos, I think, a couple of months after the fact. So yeah, it's just the YouTuber thing. Every YouTuber does that. Every YouTuber just has some space there. Plus, I'm not the fastest editor, which is the only reason I'm doing this live is because I should have got my editing done. I didn't, and then I realized I have this huge mess I have to take care of. And hopefully there will be a video out tomorrow because I try to have one out every Saturday, but yeah. Hey, Monica, nice to see you. Hey, Paul, nice to see you too. And I need to get a mod one of these days. Maybe I should make Dave my mod, except I'm telling him he should go edit, so maybe that's not going to work. One of these days. Yeah, let's not talk too much about other YouTubers and their income and stuff. I think we need to keep this a little. Well, just keep that out of this. That can get people upset. Hey, Bigfoot, back from Germany. Charm, have I ever gotten hit by a jumping chola? I have, but thankfully not since I was a teenager or maybe younger. It's been a long time. I usually stay right away from them. Yeah, Judy, the thing is, if you've got insulation, you need to have an air conditioner. So insulation works great if you have an air conditioner. If you don't have an air conditioner, you're going to roast as soon as that heat comes in, because it's going to come in eventually. It doesn't matter how much insulation you've got. It's going to come in eventually, and the insulation traps it inside. So now you've just made yourself an oven. I remember it when I was a little kid. We had friends that had a big yard that looked like Sanford and Son. And I'm going to ignore the chat for a minute here. Um, it was he had just tons of stuff, just like a big junkyard. And I remember going over there, and it wasn't a hot day. It was probably wasn't even 100 degrees out, so it wasn't a hot day for what I'm used to. And I remember opening the door of a fridge that was out just in his yard of junk. I opened the door of the fridge, and the heat that came off of that almost knocked me over. Kind of almost knocked the wind out of me. It was so hot in there. It was like an oven. And I was thinking about that after I insulated my van, and I couldn't sleep at night just because it was so hot in here. And I started to remember that time when I was playing out in his yard, and I opened up that door, and I thought back to that, and I thought that makes perfect sense to me now, because the heat gets in, but you've got insulation that's holding the heat in, and it can't get out until I open the door up. And it was really like an oven. I mean, it was probably 200-degree heat that came out of there as soon as I opened that door up. And that's the same thing that we do with our vans. If you've got an air conditioner, insulation works great. But for me, since I'm not ever in a cold environment, I'm not living in Chicago during the wintertime. That's never gonna happen, right? So I don't want insulation because I'm normally in a warmer area. Uh, and so I want that heat to be able to just get out. That's for me. And um, I'll see you, Mike. Nice of you to drop by. So that's just my thing, because I'm in a warmer area. That's the way it works for me. Do I ever save? My lives do go up, Troy. I make them available to watch after they end, so you can go back and watch them. If you go to my channel page and then scroll over to the lives, you can see those there. Craig, I've got miles on the van. I've got 80 something, 85,000, something like that. I don't drive much. Last year I drove a lot. I think I was trying to figure it out. I think I drove 7,000 miles last year, or something close to it. That's a lot of miles for me. Yeah, sorry, Patsy. The I know I've got volume issues. I just haven't been able to figure out how to work my mic. It's kind of one thing at a time. Um, I will be I will be trying to fix that as we go forward, but not a whole lot I can do about it, because I use a phone to uh, to do all these. Never have Wi-Fi. I'm never around Wi-Fi, so I just use my phone, and so it makes it a little harder for me. Plus, I don't have a computer. I don't own a computer, so some things I can't do. I'd really like to get back up to Canada, but because I don't have a regular 9 to 5 job, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get across the border. But I would like to try it, and we'll see. But I would like to try it and just see what happens. But it's something I've got so many friends up there in Canada that I would really like to get back up there, but I don't know if they're going to let me across. You know, things have changed. Um, I think if I had a 9 to 5 job, I don't think it'd be an issue. But because I don't have a 9 to 5 job, I just don't know how that's going to go. I know I'm going to need to buy more insurance up there, which that may be kind of a problem too. Because I don't think I have good enough insurance for your country, but we'll see. Hopefully, I can get back up there. Oh, thanks for stopping in, Patsy. Hey, Deb. Nice of you to make it. Another Canadian there. Oh, thanks for letting me know. Most of you seem to have no issues with the sound, so that's good. I do have a USB microphone, but for some reason it's not working with my mobile setup with my phone and my iPad. So we'll have to see. It may just be an app thing. I don't know. We'll have to kind of play with that. Thanks for stopping in, Reload. Glad glad you were able to be here. I appreciate it. Are you self-employed, Puget Sound guy? Um, if you're self-employed, it's a different situation. But I am self-employed, so that's what makes it kind of difficult. Oh, hey, Kim. I know that area very well. Spent a lot of time up there. I used to work around there for a while, so I know that area well. I don't know if I don't know if I'd complain if I got trapped in Canada, to be honest. So Vicky and Dennis, great, sound are saying that it's good. Graham saying the sound's good. So hey, that's good. Yeah. Hey, Colette. You know, they probably didn't ask because you go up there often, and it comes up on your passport. It comes up on the screen, on the computer screen. So yeah, I don't know. It's different for everybody. Oh, Craig, that's cool. Thanks. I do like that area a little. I like that area a little, but I've been researching that area a little bit. But of course, right now it's too cold. I don't want to be up there. But yeah, that's thank you. Somebody wants to get shadow banned in the comments here. I'll just ignore it. Yeah, Lisa, I messed up with the video that was supposed to get put up today, and so I just need to do something else. So I made a cup of coffee, and then I wanted to just try to see about live streaming a different way. So this was just a test, really. Oh, hey, Karen, nice to see you. It was somebody else that I saw that I didn't say hi to. Oh, yeah, Karen, how's it going? Two Karens, and they're right in a row. um, nice to see both of you here. Oh, Graham, I've I've lived in Southern California for 40 some years, and then I did live back east. I don't want to talk about that because it was terrible. Hated every minute of it. Every time I say that, they get upset with me, so I don't like to talk about it too much. But um, I'm not an Eastern guy, you know. Being born and raised in Southern California, I'm a very Southern California guy, but I do really like the Pacific Northwest lately. So I do like Washington, but yeah, I've had more than 40 years of Southern California. Dunn Brothers Coffee. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that one. Oh, hey, Ursula. Thank you so much. That's nice of you. Record Crate from Raleigh. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. There's so many coffees that it's hard to keep up, and lately I've been buying coffee for price, not for anything else, and so I haven't been trying too much new stuff. Plus, seems like well, actually all of California here, it seems like I just have not found good variety of coffee at grocery outlet, which is where I like to shop at. They just have not had a good selection, so I haven't been trying too many new or different coffees lately. I need to get back to that. I do eat a lot of grilled cheese sandwiches, yeah. Hey, Paul. Nice of you to stop in. Is it too late or too early? Which would that be? I'm assuming you're saying it's 2 a.m. there in France, Fonzie, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I normally eat a lot of grilled cheese sandwiches, but you're right, Karen. Lately, I've been eating mostly burritos. In fact, I'll probably have a burrito for dinner tonight. As I'm pulling my hair out trying to edit the video that I made a mess of, but we'll see. Um, I really hope I don't have to re-record all that. I had lighting up and everything, and it was a whole setup, and I really don't want to set all that up all over again. Prince Edward Island. Wow. That's a place I'd really like to see. And my buddy Crumb got out there, but I've never even gotten close. Well, I've been to Maine. It's about the closest I've been. JR, you haven't been banned yet, no. Recon, I don't really plan ahead too much. I plan ahead about a day. That's about it. So I can let you know then, but I don't really plan ahead. In fact, I'm getting itchy to get back on the road, but I really don't even know where I'm going to go. Um, we'll see, but I have no idea yet. I should think about that. I have been researching areas. I was researching up around the Kern River, which I just was mentioning a minute ago, and then I realized the uh, the weather window of good weather, the time that you kind of want to be around there is very short, and so I don't know, I don't know about that. Yeah, grocery outlet's a huge just gamble whenever you go in there. I went in there the other day because they have good ground beef that I like, and it's always the best price. And of course, they didn't have it. That's the first time in months that that's happened. But it does happen. But I still like grocery outlet. It's just like right now, I have to drive quite a ways to get to one, so I was a little irritated to get over there. They didn't have what I wanted. I mean, I'd rather shop at Trader Joe's if it's available, but sometimes I just don't have the option of picking a place to go. Doug, I thought that you were saying Dunn Brothers Coffee because that was your coffee brand, but okay. Oh, hey, Williams Travel. You got rid of your Transit Connect, Colette? Huh. I have family that's had a bunch of them, and they've all had very little trouble with theirs. In fact, I was thinking I should have bought a Transit Connect instead of a ProMaster City after talking with them, but you know, this van's actually been pretty good for me. I do like Slow, Graham. Slow's a great place. I don't know if I'd agree it's great for van life necessarily. Um, I think it's easy, but I don't know if it's great for van life necessarily. At least not for me. But I do really like that area. They they did stop making all the little vans. I'm thinking that they're going to come out with a new model, and I kind of think that they stopped making them maybe because the company that was making them for Ford uh, and Chrysler Fiat is not making them for them anymore because both of those vans were made in Turkey by a Turkish company. So I think, and I haven't been able to research that, but I think that may have something to do with it. I think it may have something to do with the Turkish company that was making both of those vans for Ford and Chrysler Fiat. Oh, thank you, Margie. That's so nice of you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Trader Joe's has a lot of coffee. I've talked about them in the past on some of my coffee chats. They make all of their coffees are darker roasted than I like. They don't make a light roast coffee, and so I've gotten to be a little bit irritated with them. Also, they're not the best price. They're usually a little more expensive than a lot of other stores. Yeah, that the Nissan the Nissan has had a lot of issues, more issues than any of the other vans, Karen. Um, so that's one I would kind of stay away from. And I don't think Toyota's interested in making a cargo van, which is kind of a shame. You know, they make their Sienna, which is good. It's a good van, but they they've got windows, and I just don't like windows. Not that I'm looking for a new van at the moment. I just, these are things that I hear about just because I live out of a van and I'm interested in them. Or are you in Santa Clara? Is the weather good up there? That's nice. I think it's usually pretty good, right? Your winters are usually pretty mild. Yeah, see, $20 for coffee is a little much for me. Plus, um, I'm not a big fan of Kona coffee, honestly. To me, it's a little more overpriced than I get flavor wise. So I know a lot of people like it, and maybe I just haven't had a good Kona, but it's always so expensive. I don't want to try it again. Um, Now I've really been on a kick with Ethiopian coffees, and so that's what I look for first. Oh, did Nissan stop making their van too? Wow, I didn't hear that. Interesting. Makes me wonder what's up with all that. I did hear Chevy is coming out with another small van. Um, what did they call those back in the day? Well, anyway, uh, Chevy's supposed to be coming out with another smaller van. But I kind of wonder if they're just going to do away with all minivans. That would be a shame, I think. Oh, hey, Art. Nice to see you. Astro. Thank you, Karen. Too much going on. There's another comment I'm just going to ignore. Um, Norway? Are you serious? Are you really serious? Norway? No, I don't want to go to Norway. Unless I can get my van on a cargo ship and take my van over, but that's a little too much. I have if you saw the pin drops I have on my Google Maps for California alone, and then you add Oregon and Washington and BC, I mean, I, I just I really want to spend a little more time here on the West Coast uh, for for a while. I mean, plus there's places too in Arizona and Nevada that I'd like to see, and Utah. I don't think I've even really been to Utah, at least not since I was a kid. So, yeah, West Coast. I want to stay on the West Coast for a little while, at least. Oh, thank you, Kim. That's very nice of you. I appreciate that. Static Campervan mean? Well, so um, I, I, I live in a van, yes, but I normally don't drive much. So I'm static most of the time. So just meaning that I'm just in one place as much as I can be. So that's what the name was, you know, um, and that still applies. I travel very little. I think a few minutes ago I was just saying that I was figuring out that I drove a lot last year, and it was about 7,000 miles all year long. So yeah, I just don't drive much, and that's the way I like it. I like to travel slowly and be in an area as much as I can be. Oh, you're renting a camper van. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's an awesome place. Um, but it's a little far away for me to go right now. Oh, really, Steve? They're gonna make a electric. Hmm. I think electrics are great for some people, but yeah, I I really think for me for right now, I would just prefer an internal combustion engine. It just works out a little bit better for me. Yeah, Larch Moab is one of those places I'd like to get to. Um, it looks awesome. I mean, it's more desert, and I'm kind of tired of the desert, but I would definitely like to get out to Moab. Karen, I haven't been. Yes, I want an all electric van. Can I can I plug in my all electric van at your house? Will that work? Um, Karen, I've spent a lot of time in New Mexico when I was a kid, but not much since I've been an adult. I had family out there for a long time, but I just have not been back. It's kind of a long trip from California to New Mexico, and so when I was a kid, it was fine. You know, my parents took me, and it was not a big deal. But uh, as I got older, it just seemed like it's too far of a trip. Especially, you know, you're working and you only got a couple of days off. There's just no way for me to get out there and back. Well, too bad I'm plugging in at your house anyway. I don't care. I'm gonna plug my van in at your house. It's a very emphatic no. You know that? Uh, I'm gonna ignore the hate on San Diego. You can talk about it if you want, but I don't really like to see it. So um, I'm just hoping you stop typing it. Is all. I'm sticking to my oh I'm not having a good time with words at the moment. I need to eat something. Um, I vowed to never set foot in San Diego ever again, and I'm sticking to that. Well, that's cool, Lee. Glad it's working for you. Glad it's working for you. I'd need a whole lot more solar panels if I was gonna do electric. Oh wow, nomadic, you're going on a motorcycle. That's cool. I've known a few people to do that, but what's for dinner? I think maybe a burrito, probably. It'll probably be a burrito. There's no probably about it. I'm having a burrito for dinner. It's just what it is. I've got a bunch of tortillas. I haven't been able to find sourdough recently, like good sourdough, and it's just because I'm not driving out. I've got limited selection of grocery stores at the moment. So if I had better selection of grocery stores, maybe I could find some better sourdough. But I just have not been able to find good sourdough. But so I've just been eating tortillas, and so that's why I've been eating burritos again. Plus, I like burritos. They're good. Oh, hey, Ivan, thanks so much. I appreciate that. Corned beef hash. Nice. Feta, I've got, I don't know, about 85,000 miles on my van at the moment. Somewhere around 85,000. I don't have the chops for a cooking channel, but it's an idea. I usually just do some cooking in my vlogs, and that's good enough for me. I've done whole cooking videos, and people just don't watch them, you know. I would do more if people would watch them, but people just aren't interested in them. So I just add them as little segments and vlogs. There you go, Karen. You wanted to know gas prices. Now you're going to have to do some conversions from liters to gallons. Yeah, Theta, I really don't like to drive much, so I drive as little as I possibly can. Um, there are places that I like to spend time in, and a lot of times it's just because I don't have to drive very much. My very favorite place to be, I would get by driving either a mile or less a day. And that's why I liked it there, and I stay there as long as I possibly can. And I'm not going to say where that place is. If you are if you're a YouTube channel member or a Patreon supporter, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I like to drive as little as possible. Oh, thanks, Nomadic Drifter. I appreciate that. I'll let you know. Yeah, if you're from there, Catherine, it's an easy place to go back to, right? But I'm not going back. Hey, Margie. Oh, hey, John. I hope you're doing good too. Nice to see you. Uh, we don't know. We don't know where I'm going to be, John, but I hope to be back up there. I really do hope to be back up there, but who knows? JJ, I have a video just about tortillas. It has the recipe and everything. If you go to my channel page, you can go to a playlist, and I think it's in the important videos playlist there. I think I have a cooking video as well. Maybe it's in the cooking video, but yeah, you can find that recipe there. Um, if you send me an email, I'll email you the link to it. But yeah, it's easy. It's easy to find. They're really easy to make. Tortillas are really easy to make. They do cost me more to make them than it does cost me to buy them. So I don't make them very often. and I don't like to make them in the summertime because it heats up the van. I need to get my I need to get a little table set up so I can move my stove outside. That would be a help. But but yeah, tortillas are pretty easy. It's just finding the recipe that you like. And I did post the ingredients in that video, so you can jot them down easily from there. I don't know if I'm going to put out a cookbook. I'm not much of a writer. Unless you want to, Lisa, if you want to ghostwrite it for me, we can do it that way. Hey, Stefania. I'm sorry you can't sleep, but nice to see you here. Oh, you bought some of the Lone Peaks? Yeah, I've been wanting to do a update video on mine. I really like them. I don't like them as well as the last pair. So I should probably do that before more people buy them because I think mine are wearing a little bit too fast, more than I have expected. But yeah, I really like them. You'll get used to the wider toe box. You'll definitely get used to it. If you've been wearing normal shoes that have had your toes pinched in, it'll take you a little while to get used to that feeling and have your toes spread out. And once you get used to it, you're not going to want to go back to anything else. Hey, Jerry. I didn't see you come in there. Nice to see you. You'll get hassled, Catherine. That's the last I'm going to talk about that area. Um, hey, Deborah. Thank you. Cheap gas in Walla Walla? There probably is. I've never actually been to Walla Walla. It's on my list of places to go. See, this West Coast is, there's just so much out here. So, Lisa, if you're going to ghostwrite for me, you got to know one thing. I don't eat chicken. I never eat chicken. I'll eat duck, maybe, but I don't eat chicken or turkey. So you'll need to know that. Hey, Piglet. Hey, Julie. Nice to see you here. Oh, thank you, Vicky. That's so nice of you. I appreciate that. I will definitely get some good coffee. I appreciate that. I was saying a few minutes ago, I've been drinking a lot more coffee recently, so I've been going through coffee like crazy. In fact, I made a cup right before I started this, and then I'm not drinking it because I don't know why I do this every time. I can't drink and talk at the same time, can I? But this coffee tastes good when it's cold, so if I don't finish it, I will definitely enjoy it later. But I appreciate you helping the fund. Oh, yeah. Gas One changed their regulator assembly. They're using the same regulator assembly as the other brands, Coleman and Stansport. So I think they realized that they had issues there. Um, my friend, what is his name? But he does writing for Cheap RV Living. Um, he was going to do a piece in Cheap RV Living about that, and I never did get over it and look at Bob's website because I just don't normally do that. But he was going to do a piece on that, right about that. Um, did you really buy the same stove as me? It was like $23. Um, I have not had any trouble at all with mine. It's just been absolutely bomb proof. So that's too bad that you have it hissing. I have I have noticed, though, Catherine, that it depends on the regulator that I'm using on it. I need to buy a good quality regulator. I bought one from Harbor Freight, and it did not work well at all. And I went and bought one from somebody else, and it worked great. Have no trouble with that. Although I've had a lot of regulator troubles the last couple of years, so maybe regulators are just bad. Peanut butter stuffed dates dipped in chocolate. That sounds okay, Karen. That sounds all right. That's health food. Well, you bought some of the same ones, Graham? Cool. I'm glad you like them too. I just wish they didn't change the sole of them as much as they did on the first pair that I had. Oh, thank you, Ivan. I appreciate that. Did I already thank you? I'm losing it. I appreciate that, Ivan. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I. That's why I gave up on the gas ones, Catherine. The the stove was great, but the regulator assembly was terrible. But they fixed that now. I think anyway, it should be fixed now that they're using a known regulator assembly like the other companies are using. It should be fine. In fact, it's probably the same regulator, I would guess. 40. I was just checking on that 2 weeks ago and they were still 23. Maybe you got a different stove. There's a ton of them that are very similar. I know the same exact stove that I got for less than 25 bucks at the time was $50 on Amazon. And when I was checking on that a couple weeks ago, they did come down in price. I think they were down to 40 bucks on Amazon for the same stove. But they were still 20. Well, I think they went up a couple of dollars, but they were the same, pretty much the same price on HomeDepot.com. Just the trouble is you had to order them on the website because Home Depot doesn't stock them in the stores. Uh, no, I didn't add a regulator. It's just the regulator hose assembly itself. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Thanks so much. Yeah, just the regulator and hose assembly. It's the same one you would buy for a barbecue, uh, for any barbecue tank. Because I use full size barbecue or propane tanks. Um, they're not really full size, but they're. I don't use little green bottles, so I need a regular regulator for my stove. Thank you, JR. I hope you have a nice night. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Um, yeah, I didn't like the legs on them, but yeah, maybe you did get the same one. Huh. You need to get a Discover Pass. I always get one and then I never actually use them to the fullest extent that I should, which kind of irritates me, but it is nice to have them. Um, oh, thank you, Nana. I appreciate that. I don't know if I said hi to you earlier. I think I noticed you earlier and then I got lost. This is really difficult doing this, so but I appreciate that. Thanks so much. I hope you're doing good up there, if you're still up there in the same area. Oh, hey, JJ. Tucson's in the house. Hey, Joe. Yeah, Nomadic Drifter, I hardly ever use my pour over anymore. I'm stuck on my AeroPress now, but every once in a while I'll get the pour over out. I just need to really pay attention when I do it, and I've been busy. I've been busy and pulled in all kinds of directions. I've been just been inundated with messages lately from all over, and so it's been hard for me to focus on things. Um, so the AeroPress is nice because I can mess up on several things and I can still get a really good cup of coffee out of it. But yeah, the pour overs are great. I still keep mine out. I just don't use it much. So, so Art, I mentioned this when I first started the live stream. I messed up on the video that was supposed to be out, and I just could not get it edited. And I think I'm going to have to reshoot it from the very beginning. I don't think it's going to be usable. And when I realized that, I just thought, I'm going to make a cup of coffee and sit and do something else for a minute and think about what I'm going to do. And then I thought, well, I might as well just do a little live. I'm changing up some things with how I'm doing the live because I need to do more of these. Unfortunately for me, I need to do more of these. So this was a test, and I didn't intend to be on this long, but here I am. But yeah, there may be a video. Today's video that was supposed to be out today may be out tomorrow, hopefully, unless I have to reshoot the whole thing. Then if I have to reshoot the whole thing, that it's going to be too much. I'll be up all night long, and that's not good. So who knows? You may see a video up. It's not going to be a vlog. It's a little different video. But you may see a video tomorrow, or this may be all there is. If this is all there is, you know that I really messed up, and I am yelling at myself. Um, the the funny thing about the chat here is it will catch some things and it'll let some things go through. So I don't know if I want to let that go through or not. I'm just going to leave it sit. If your message doesn't show up, it's just because YouTube thought that it's not a good message, and I'm not really sure what it's talking about. You know, Art, I am not a professional. I'm doing the best I can with these things, so it happens from time to time. It's just I've been um, having difficulties lately, so I I more difficulties than I can deal with lately. So I've been slow on editing, and I should have worked on this one before, and then I would have had enough time to reshoot it and re-edit it and get it out. But you know, that's just the way it is. But thank you. Actually, Karen, I don't like doing lives. The only reason I'm doing them is YouTube wants us to do them, and I feel like I'm being forced to do them. Quite honestly, if I weren't being forced to do them, I would not have done any lives at all, not even a one. I prefer to shoot something, edit it, and actually put some work into it. To me, it just seems like it's more of work than just sitting up a camera and talking into it. I don't like lives. I know a lot of people like them, and um, I think in a way it's good. Lives are good for some things, but I don't really want to make a habit of doing lives. Plus, they take a lot out of me. I'm exhausted when I get done with them. It's going to be really hard to focus on editing once I get done with this, um, which is why I should have just done a short one. I want to get like a countdown clock and set it up right here and just put like a 30-minute timer on it and just say like, look, this is the 30-minute live. When you see it is done, I'm done, and it and I just shut the live down. I need to do that. I need to find a countdown timer. There I go, giving myself another job to do. I need to find a countdown timer. Well, thank you, Deborah. I'm doing the best I can. It is nice to be able to kind of chat in this way, uh, but it is a lot for my brain to think about. Yes, introverts unite. Introverts unite. I was gonna have a T-shirt for sale uh, that says Introverts Unite. I actually drew it all up and everything, and then I've had trouble getting that uploaded, so it's just kind of sat dormant. That's another thing I need to work on, but maybe someday. And you know, when I say have T-shirts up for sale, I put those T-shirts up for sale so that I can have them and I can wear them. And then when I'm walking around outside vlogging and stuff, people know that I'm a YouTuber and they can, they can know where to go to find me. That's why I like to have T-shirts for sale. It's really just for me. I want to buy my own T-shirt and have my own T-shirt when I'm out and about. And once in a while, somebody else will buy one, and that's kind of cool because I make a little bit of money. But I keep the price set so low; I don't make much on them, so it's really just for me to have. So I really want to get that Introverts Unite T-shirt up, just because I want to wear that out and about. You too. You get you get exhausted with them. I If you're not an introvert, you do not understand what we're saying, right? I'm sure probably most of the people are just saying, well, whatever. Would you buy one there? Yeah. I need to get one up. I was thinking about switching t-shirt companies. A company got in touch with me and then they were supposed to get back in touch with me and remind me, and then they didn't remind me. And so now I'm kind of on the fence about switching to them. They seem like a better company. It was going to be a lot of work though, migrating everything over. Um, but I might do that. I might do that at some point. Well, thank you, Pandemic. I appreciate that. I don't like to push the merch. Again, it's really just for me, mostly. Uh-oh, Andy's back. I messed up something, but not my coffee. My coffee is good, Andrew. Do you like it too, Sonny? Yeah. I thought it was cool. I almost thought I needed to just text Chrome and ask him if it was okay for me to use that, because it's kind of like his tagline, sort of, the weirdos unite. But I don't think he'll have a problem with it. And he's so busy, he'll even if he does have a problem with it, he probably wouldn't even notice what I'm doing. He's so busy with all his work and everything on his new rig and the girlfriend and all. I mean, he doesn't have time. He doesn't know what I'm doing now, I'm sure. So I don't think it'll be a problem. But yeah, I really want that T-shirt. Um, I have a cool T-shirt with this one with that on it, and I really like this one as a T-shirt. But I bought too small of a size, and so I hardly ever wear it. It's a really nice T-shirt too. It's 100% cotton and it's super soft, but it's just a little tight for me, and so I just hardly ever wear that T-shirt. I didn't get rid of it though. I didn't get rid of it. No, I'm sure Crumb won't care. He's such a cool guy. Um, he's been such a huge help to me. Um, I don't know if people know that, but he's been a huge help for me and my channel. And I should mention him more because I don't like to mention him because, you know, there's that fact where people try to mention other channels to try to get views. Um, and that's not why I talk about him. He's just a cool guy, and he's been very, very nice to me for a very long time. So, so yeah, I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't have a problem with it. Just he's such a nice guy. He wants everybody to do well. That's his thing. You know, even if he doesn't know you, he wants you to just do well and thrive. And that's why he's just so cool to people that he meets as he's traveling. Such a nice guy, you know. And I've never met his girlfriend. It's a funny thing. His girlfriend started Van Life about the same time I stopped going up to Canada, so I never actually got to meet her. which I feel bad about, you know. Same with Adventure Van Man. I've never met his girlfriend either, so it's kind of funny. Um, Brian's another really nice guy, and you know, I never actually see him around either. But there's a lot of good people that I've gotten to meet just because of van life that I would never have met uh, before, or you know, at all, I should say. Chrome is a good guy. I'm trying not to spill my coffee there, Andrew. I keep setting it down. I want to drink it, but yeah, I should probably end this because my brain is getting fried. How long have we been on here? Oh, over an hour. Has it really been over an hour? Wow. Hey, Stanley. No, don't forget Cruz. Uh, Cruz, Cruz is a cool dog, but I think Disco liked me better. Not that Cruz doesn't like me. I think Disco liked me better. Maybe because we're both old. I don't know. And Cruz is young, so I'm too old to make friends with. I don't know. But yeah, but Cruz is fun. You gotta keep an eye on him. He's got energy sometimes. I don't. I've never actually met Foresty, but I have watched his channel some. I don't think I'm subscribed to him, but hey, good night, Sonny. Thanks for you, or thanks for making it. Yeah, see, I really need to get going. I I don't drink, but I'm slurring my speech. That means I'm tired and my brain is tired. Yeah, let's uh, let's probably say thank you for everybody that has stopped in, and I think it is time for me to get back to work and see if I can make something of the footage I have and see if I can get a video out tomorrow. If not, you'll see something on maybe Monday or Tuesday. Um, so, yeah. Thanks, everybody. And thanks, everybody, for the super chats. I really appreciate that. It helps immensely right now, more than you know. Um, and who else to thank? Just everybody. Thanks for showing up. I really appreciate it. It's turned to kind of a crappy day here into a little bit nicer of a day. I can feel better about today. So I appreciate everybody that stopped in and spent some time. So good night, everybody. We'll see you soon.